Hello, I'm J.J. Davis, and welcome to our latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone. Well, Iowa Western's at it again, not sitting pat and resting on its laurels. No, the powers that be have really gone and done it this time, building for the future. And of course, the future is now and then for the Big Blue football program. The Reavers have already won a national title in their short but illustrious history. And grapple with this, the wrestling team, in just 5 seasons, had 10 All-Americans, 2 national finalists in the last 2 years alone. So, what could possibly be next? The Iowa Western football program reached the pinnacle in 2012. The Reavers claimed their first national championship in just their 4th year of existence. The wrestling team hosted the Nationals just weeks ago, and the Reavers came away with 5 All-Americans and 1 finalist. Now, both programs have done more with less since day one, but not anymore. Feast your eyes on the latest Taj Mahal coming to the Iowa Western campus.
It's been a long time coming, especially for wrestling. It's been 5 years, and we told Coach Watts when we hired him, we're for sure going to have a wrestling room for you one day instead of scrambling for space constantly all the time. We had to renovate old space there again to find football space when we started football, and it's worked for them, but they've grown and grown.
Obviously, everything on this campus is really extremely nice and new. We get that all the time. There's not a family that comes through that isn't impressed with our campus, so this is just going to add to it. Having everybody housed in one building, with all my staff, and it's the recruiting advantages that we're going to have with it. It's kind of again, when we're here at the beginning to start the program, and then now you got another facility that you're more vested into the program, but again, with the design and kind of what you want, and can kind of put in there what, that's the exciting thing, is I've never been a part of a new construction.
It's going to make things a lot easier for us, with the drill sessions in the morning and then practice in the afternoon. We don't have to pick up mats and move them constantly. They've been very generous in giving me a lot of say on what's going into the room and the wrestling side of the building. So I'm pretty happy with what it looks like.
To me, it's really sad that a young man who walks on here with high hopes, they tell him, well, you don't have a locker because we don't have enough space. That's sad, and that's no way to treat kids. So having a locker room that's large enough that every student can have a locker, to me, is important.
It's awesome to see the improvements and the advancements and staying competitive, and sometimes it's an arms race, and so you gotta stay there and keep competing with the best of them.
It means a lot to me that the school is committed to wrestling on a long-term basis, and they view it as important enough and successful enough to give us a facility like that.
It's also a reward, thanks for the past players, and I want them at some point. I'd like to get, when we open that thing, we get them all back here, because part of it was their success.
If you look at our strategic plan, one of the things that we've said is that we're not going to do anything that we can't do in the best way possible. And so that's what we're going to do with this building. We're going to have locker rooms and practice facilities for those kids. That is the best thing that we can do.
So the big dog on the block is about to get bigger, but in the end, of course, winning is better than losing. First place beats last place, but in the end, it's about the student athletes, the kids. They deserve the best, and Iowa Western's going to give it to them. And in the end, everybody wins.